Hey guys, please bear with me. I am doing this from my on my mobile phone, from my living room. Obviously, there's no tennis courts open or anything. But yeah, just actually received a question from someone, which is great because, like I say, the aim's to get to 30 subscribers by the end of the week, which isn't asking for much. So hopefully, be able to get there and push on a little bit. But yeah, this channel obviously. The idea at the start was just talk a little bit about the Australian Open and some predictions and views, but obviously I am first and foremost a tennis coach. So obviously being able to show maybe a few things, and the question was actually about from an Eleanor Dubin, I think. So thanks for the question. I don't know who you are. You're not one of the people I teach. I've always been playing with a few people to watch who I teach. But yeah, thanks for the question. It's about the slice. Obviously, I was talking about Ash Barty's slice and how effective it was. And as she put it, when you're working with older women, how do you go about teaching a slice? I mean, I don't know what old is in your mind. Obviously, I'm 33. Is that old? I don't know. So I'll just say with my female players, what I tend to do. So the first thing would be, you see me there, yeah. So on grips, I would tend to teach, a lot of the ladies I teach, I would tend to teach them the two-handed backhand, so just for strength reasons, to be honest. One-handed, very tough to teach a one-handed actual backhand, as opposed to a slice, like an actual topspin backhand. The wrist strength and things, I mean, if you look at the women's game, you find me more than 10 one-handed backhands out there that are really effective. I think it's quite hard to do. There's a lot of two-handers that are good. Look at Osaka, Williams, Barty, Muguruza. There's so many. Sharapova, and they had a great backhand. All two-handed players. Now Henin was a brilliant one-handed player, but she was a phenomenon talent. Maresmo again, but sliced a lot more. Maresmo, Kleister's two-hander. So there's not as many one-handers, especially in the women's game, and actually there's probably a few more two-handers in the men's game as well. But certainly the women's for strength reasons, I would say, for definite. But yeah, so obviously. There are two ways, but grip-wise, you want to be very neutral on the grip, so the shaking hands grip, that's the first thing. I have got a ball here. I haven't had a ball in my hand for ages, a tennis ball, so yeah. The idea on it behind a slice is that as you contact, obviously your preparation for a slice is going to be a little bit higher. I would equate it sometimes to like holding a violin, not that I've done that before, I'm a terrible musician, but yeah. So starting up high, and it's the feeling of knife. I mentioned it in the comment. Feeling of knifing down on the ball ever so slightly, so that knifing, chopping feel. But the idea would be smooth, as opposed to what a lot of people do when they first learn to slice, is they open their strings far too open there, so they either cut under and it goes up too high, or they actually miss the contact altogether and hit more of the frame. So you can see there in my contact, I've just turned the angle. I haven't changed my grip there. So my angle as I hit is yes, it's open, but it's not massively open. Well, like I say, where it'll go up and it'll have actual backspin on it. But as I contact the ball, I'm standing literally in front of my TV here, so this might be tough. But as I contact there, I'm down in it now. If you are a one-handed player, and a lot of advanced aged club players, let's say, they do tend to have one-handers because they slice a lot. Players that have played for a long time. If you are slicing, like I say, preparation, you can see my left hand there, so important, the non-dominant hand when you're slicing, just for strength as well. But again, as I contact the ball, I've got the ball in my hand here, but as I was to contact it, I then release. You can see how I'm releasing, so it's that symmetrical move there, and I'm releasing. I'm playing as a right-hander with my right foot, so right foot down and release. What I actually teach for a lot of two-handed players, so if you're a two-handed player out there, for me personally, I actually teach to go with, I'll take the ball down there, to go with two hands. Watch Murray, he does it a lot. Me personally, I would do it too. Actually, you don't need to move the hand up to the throat if you're a two-handed player anyway, because the idea would be that Murray, I think, would set up for a lot of backhands and then maybe at the last moment go, you know what, I'm going to slice. So it's still the same motion, it's just the hand on the grip rather than the hand on the throat of the racket. So if you're a two-handed player, I would advise that for strength again, because it is so much stronger. Because what a lot of players do is when you tell them, they watch a slice and they think, right, slice, backhand, right, okay, bang, left hand off, they go to slice the ball, very weak. You can see my wrist is dropping. I come inside the ball, so it becomes a very weak slice. So using that non-dominant hand, whether it's up here or here, but like I say, if you're a two-handed player, I'd advise that. Knifing down on the ball. See if I'm doing into my door here. So you can see, I'll try and do it. Right, I'll let it bounce. Let's see if this works. And that knife down. Sorry, if you heard a noise, it was just my door. It's fine. But yeah, that is how I'd go about it, certainly, and just feeling the feeling of the ball, the idea of the ball. Again, I would equate it to like releasing a frisbee. So as the ball clears the net, it's almost as if you want to aim for the net tape on a net. So you come down on it, because the way the ball goes, it does that kind of movement, and then as it hits the surface again, it dies again, and it gets the big hitters. The reason the slice is so effective, it gets the big hitters to play down low. It's especially good against tall players as well, but certainly against big hitters who like the ball in their strike zone. So again, the faster the surface, so you've seen it Australia, but it's a very fast surface, the more effective the slice. So slice wouldn't be as effective on the clay. That's why probably you find players, I know Henman had one amazing year at the French Open, make the semis, but he used to drop shot a lot, remember. But yeah, the slice backhand, not as effective on the slower surface because it gives people time to wind up and it doesn't dive into the surface so much, like kind of knife into the surface. So that would be my advice on the slice backhand. I hope that was helpful. Please ask more. I love doing these and I've got the time at the minute. So, but yeah, please subscribe, like, share, do all of those things. Be great. Hopefully there's not an area I can't give you an idea on. And like I say, I'm sorry about the quality, it's not very good, but of the picture, but I can do it on my phone. But yeah, let's get me up some subscribers. So yeah, let's get it going. But yeah, that's how to slice with Galps. Sean Galvin. Bye everybody. Have a lovely day.